Introduction. So, as discussed and presented in slide 1, the proposed name of the business is Paper Gallery. So, the chosen address is at Evangelista Street, Pavia, Iloilo. So, the Paper Gallery is composed of 7 business owners. For the next slide is the description of the business. It is where the business idea or the reason why we chose this business idea as well as the goods that we offer to our target market are being presented. With the increasing human population, the needs of the people also increase. But the point of concern is that are there enough natural resources to service all our needs? What if these resources become scarce? Those are the things we need to ponder upon. We need to start recycling waste to conserve our natural resources. Hence, we introduce to you the Paper Gallery, an arts and crafts business which uses paper waste materials to produce innovative and aesthetic products for the consumer. We offer a variety of choices of products such as journals, scrapbooks, bookmark, and memo pad, which is aesthetically made for our customers. Next is for the location of the business. So the young entrepreneurs chose Pavia Iloilo City since that the location of the business is also close to elementary and high school. Our target market is also or are primarily the students. That is why we decided to put up or open a physical store in the designated location. And furthermore, also it is located just 15 minutes away from the airport and 20 minutes away from the city. Next is for the executive summary. So we envision or we look forward in the years to come that the Paper Gallery will be a leader in the collection, processing, and marketing of recyclable materials and managing of solid waste in Pavia, Iloilo through innovative material recovery. So our vision statement is also anchored with our core values. So our core values help us achieve our goals as well as help us exceed the expectation of our customers. So our core values are safety, innovation, passion, and social responsibility. Next is the mission. The mission talks about the purpose of existence of our business. The mission of Paper Gallery is to provide waste management services, protect the environment, and promote recycling in order to ensure a safe and healthy community for current and future generations, as well as manage solid waste as a resource in the creation of innovative and cost-efficient products. Next is for our goal. Our primary goal is to be a catalyst of environmental change to actively recycle, reduce waste, and reuse materials whenever possible, with the aim to recover and utilize waste as raw materials to manufacture new quality assured and aesthetic products. So here are our objectives. Here are the few objectives. First is to contribute our quota in saving the earth and create a brand of environmental friendly and socially responsible products. Second, educate community residents and target market about the value of using products made from recycled goods. Last, the Paper Gallery is established with the aim of maximizing profits as well as to establish competitive advantage with other businesses. So here ends my part. So for the next section of the business plan, which is the business description, will be discussed and presented by the next presenter. Thank you.
As students and as aspiring young entrepreneurs, we are enthusiastic about projects that aims to raise awareness and promote the proper disposal of paper. Thus, the proponents of this business plan decided to seize this opportunity and transform it into a profitable business. This art and craft business is named Paper Gallery. From the name itself, you already know that this store will provide you with weird yet stylish, stationery, and unique and trendy paper craft. The physical store is situated in Pavia, Iloilo, near the primary and secondary school of Pavia. The Paper Gallery is primarily a paper and craft shop that aims to cater students, event planners, paperophilia, or people who love things made of paper and art enthusiasts. It has a wide array of paper products. such as memo pads, journals, scrapbooks, and bookmarks. Paper Gallery is a social enterprise and a manufacturing company that makes innovative products from raw materials, mainly recycled paper. The main purpose of this entrepreneurial venture is to lessen paper waste by creating artistic products with the aim to maximize profits and extend our reach beyond our target market. Funding requirements and source. Paper Gallery, a startup owned and operated by 7 Central Philippine University CE Socsai 4 partners that requires an initial investment of approximately 49,000 pesos. The 7 owners agreed to invest at least 7,000 to make up for the expected capital. The money will come from the owners' contributions, which may include their savings and allowances. The funds will be used to operate and manage the business. Furthermore, the primary material, paper, will be collected not just through junk shops purchases but also through donations. Materials needed: decorative scissors to cut recycled papers with small unique patterns, whether a wavy or bubble edge. Standard scissors to create a clean and precise paper cuts into small pieces. Glue to stick objects or materials together. Paper waste, newspapers, cardboards, and magazines serve as the main ingredient of the product. Molder to collect each sheet of paper pulp during the handmade paper process. Sponge to absorb the water of the recycled paper in the molder. Container serve as the holder of paper pulp and water, and it needs to be able to hold at least 1 liter of liquid. Decorations, buttons, ribbons are used to make the paper product more attractive and visually appealing. Equipment needed: blender to combine and turn the paper waste into pulp. Size of the business. A big business starts small, and an examined business is not worth building. Paper Gallery is a small partnership company that operates mostly from a stall. It is managed by only 7 partners or employees. Given that the initial capital of the business is only 49,000 pesos, the expected or predicted production capacity and output level are not exceptionally high. Paper Gallery, therefore, does not necessarily own a big number of high-value assets because operations and productions only require basic materials in the making of paper products. Personal requirement. Paper Gallery is a social enterprise that centralizes local artists with paper craft skills such as scrapbooking, card making, paper cutting, decoupage, and recycling paper. The business, on the other hand, does not simply hire anybody they choose. The skills must the aspirant employee should possess: first, develop a thorough understanding of the materials, procedures, and various hand tools used in paper recycling. Second, communicate effectively with customers. Third, mentally equipped to deal with whatever work they are given. Fourth, ability to learn or apprehend new things quickly. And the health requirements should provide a health screening, drug and alcohol test, heart health, and psychological tests. The second is the medical history, and the third is to provide COVID-19 vaccination record card.
I am Debbie Cistrillo, and today I will present to you the environmental analysis of our business plan, which include the macro-environmental factors using PESTEL tool and the micro-environmental factors, which includes our customers, supplier, and competitors. First is our PESTEL analysis. So under this analysis, we have political and legal factors. So business permit and licensing requirement in Iloilo City. Iloilo City requires businesses big or small to register in order to operate legally and receive support from the city. Next is health and safety regulations. Businesses are required to follow minimum public health standards set by the government to ensure public safety in the midst of ongoing pandemic. In the case of Paper Gallery, the business will make certain to always adhere to the imposed rules and regulation of the local government and that their goals and objectives are attained without disobeying such policies. Economic factors. Paper Gallery offers recycled products that cater to the demand of today's generation for businesses to operate sustainably. So under these factors, we analyze the rise of green consumerism, due to the continuous public discourse and activism concerning the environment. So, a new global analysis commissioned by World Wildlife Fund reported that the popularity of searches in the internet for sustainable goods around the world has increased by 71% in just 5 years. Even in the midst of ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, that number has continued to grow. An article from Forbes by Greg Petro mentioned that the desire to help the environment was found to be the primary reason consumers purchase sustainable products and brands. Paper Gallery has taken these opportunities by offering environmentally friendly products. Additionally, the pulp and paper industry contribute about 30 billion per year in domestic sales to the economy, signaling a great demand for paper in the country. The usage of stationery product is showing an upsurging development as people of all ages are increasingly using the product for their personal and professional work. Paper Gallery used these insights as an advantage, knowing the increase in demand for stationery product when online classes started, driven by TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook advertisement. Social cultural factors talks about the influence of Generation Z not only on their Generation X parents but even their boomer grandparents when it comes to sustainable shopping. Since Paper Gallery offers recycled product made of paper, which are mainly stationery products for students and art enthusiasts at a lower cost, this then will create a significant advantage for the business in terms of demand and impact, especially when promoted properly in social media. It is also mentioned in many studies that Generation Z have the most impact on the growing consciousness of the society for the environment today, and being the main target market of the business can open great opportunities for Paper Gallery to grow. Next is technological factors taking advantage of the internet in which businesses now have free platform to engage with customers through social media. Paper Gallery can now create websites on different social media platforms to promote its product without having to pay any cost on advertising. It is also easier to communicate and reach out to customer using this strategy. Environmental factors. The main reason why Paper Gallery chose paper as the main material for its sustainable product is that aside from corporate social responsibility to operate sustainably, it is mentioned in recent studies that cutting down paper waste along with all other waste is a major issue. Out of the 17 billion cubic feet of trees deforested each year, over 60% are used to make paper. Paper Gallery intends to sell quality products using recycled paper with the goal of helping reducing paper waste. The main focus of Paper Gallery is to become an environmentally friendly business that offers sustainable product to customers to help save the environment by adhering to certain practices. And this includes the continuous usage of recycled materials and the growing support for green consumerism. Next is our micro environmental analysis. First is our customers. Paper Gallery's target market are mostly students and art enthusiasts who are perceived to be product conscious. People are now becoming aware of the product that they are purchasing, especially when it can create environmental issues. The current survey also showed that, in fact, 74% of Filipino households surveyed express willingness to invest and support brands that promote a sustainable lifestyle. Next is our suppliers. The growing concern of the country right now is the increasing number of paper waste every year. Thus, there is a great opportunity for recycling of waste papers. Recycling, however, in the country is still very minimal. Paper Gallery has taken this opportunity as an advantage of having vast supply for its main material and to hopefully contribute to the reduction of such waste. Paper Gallery decided to obtain supplies from schools, business establishments, and junk shops that have many waste paper. Paper Gallery also included in its website accepting donated papers. Lastly is our competitors. Existing markets in the same industries that sell stationery products are priced higher or are not customizable. Physical shops also seldom promote their product online. The advantage of Paper Gallery from its competitor is that competitor can order online and have plenty of design option to choose from at a reasonable price. The products are also made of recycled materials and are handcrafted, which gives it more appeal compared to other stationery products existing in the market.
Organizational plan. The paper gallery will be in the form of limited partnership and all partners are responsible for the business. The capital requirement is in the range of partnership business and established by the 7 owners. The intention of each owner is to divide profits for themselves. The partner binds themselves and invests to provide capital requirement of 7,000. The nature of the business focuses on manufacturing and selling customized products, specifically recycled used papers. Our company is a flat organization. The business will be manufacturing in nature. The product is assembled, purchased, and being made in a less than a day or depending on the order. The products are craftfully made by us to satisfy our customers' taste. Furthermore, we also provide delivery to the designated place provided within the city, although we have our shop at the pavilion. Liability of the owner. Our enterprise is in the form of partnership. The partners are jointly and severally responsible for the debts of the firm. According to the partnership agreement, the liability of the partners is only up to the extent of her financial contributions to the business, thus a limited liability. Owners' private and personal assets are not at risk if a company has an unsettled financial obligation. Organizational structure. There is an accounting and sales for inventory and manufacturing. Under accounting and sales, the accounting manager is Andrea Reales. Under her is the sales manager, Arlene Savelia. Under Arlene Savelia is the sales associate and cashier, Debbie Sastrilio. In the inventory officer is Brian Toledano. Under him is Clea Venancio, the purchasing officer. Manufacturing. The production manager is Julie Isaac Quijano. Under her is Erica May Celia, operations director. The proposed salary will be the paper gallery will solely be managed and operated by the owners. There will be one hired employee for the business during the business operation. Salaries of the workers or the partners rather will come in the form of profits generated from the operation of the business. Based on the partnership contract and since all partners have the same amount of monetary contribution to the initial capital of the business, all profit will be equally divided to the 7 partners. The hired personnel will become compensated according to the mandated daily minimum wage released by DOLE, National Wages and Productivity Commission. As stated in the wage order number RBVI 25, the basic salary will be $4.95 for business sectors employing 10 workers and below. The staff will also be receiving added benefits such as SSS and PhilHealth.
Production plan. This section contains the production schedule, production process, equipment needed, sources of materials, and estimated production costs. Production schedule. The table shows the purchasing and preparation of equipment and materials for production, which is only done every week. Also, this table shows the days, the time, and the description of activity that we needed to do for us to be able to come up and produce our product. Another table is shown for the time of opening of the business and time of the closing of the business, as well as the activity that needed to be done in the store and the employees or partners assigned within the store. The business production process is depicted in the diagram, which depicts the stages of producing goods or products. The inputs, which include labor, capital, and raw materials, are turned into outputs, which include environmental pollution, goods and services, and valuable information. The labor of the paper's gallery is included in the input because paper's labor and physical effort clearly contribute to the final output. The capital is the money that is invested or used to help the company develop and move further. It could also be the machinery or equipment used in the production process. The machines or equipment such as blender, saucepan, filter or molder, and containers are not included in the capital of paper's gallery because the partners already own them. Glue, paints, yarns, or nuts, and other decorative designs are among the raw materials. These raw materials are crucial in producing the best customized items for consumers. On the output side, environmental contamination is a byproduct of the transformation process since waste is generated throughout the production process such as paper, which decomposes in the ground and creates methane, a potent greenhouse gas. The Papers Gallery business partners has already considered it and planned for as little waste as possible as a necessary consequence of this. Products will be developed as a result of these operations. Apart from the fact that it is a personalized item, the Papers Gallery's business associates ensured that they receive the quality, service, and satisfaction that they deserve. On the other hand, valuable information is intended to provide everyone an idea of the benefits that they can obtain by acquiring a product. It is information for customers as well as a way for them to learn more about the product that they purchase, such as how they help our environment reduce pollution. They might disseminate this information to get more customers, creating a win-win situation for them and their business. Production procedure. Production procedure is a step-by-step process that we needed to be done for us to be able to create our product. The production procedure for scrapbook paper and memo pads are the same, but scrapbook paper, journals, and bookmarks are needed to be customized or personalized, so each will take much more time than creating memo pads. Shows here is how you purchase, how we prepare, and how the payment process goes by. Purchase. The sales associate will greet and assist the customer in making a purchasing decision by recommending the quality and customizable designs for our products. The purchasing decision should be determined by the number of items the customer purchased. The purchase will then be handed over to the cashier who will pack it. Preparation. When packing the product, the cashier should operate fast and efficiently so that consumers do not have to wait long. The time it takes to pack the order should be determined by how many items the customer purchased. Then it will be ready and presented to the customer in a pleasant manner. Payment. Money and product are exchanged between the cashier and the customer. The number of products purchased by the customer determines the transaction's completion. If an unexpected difficulty arises, the employee should ensure that the customer are satisfied at the completion of that transaction. Estimated production costs. This table summarizes the projected costs of the production process, including costs such as delivery expense, supplies, direct materials, salary, and rent expense. Delivery expense of 890 pesos. Direct materials includes the yarn or knot, which is 580 pesos. Supplies of 2,912 pesos. Salary expense, monthly wage of 6,960 pesos. Rent expense of 1,100 pesos, which has the total of estimated production cost of 12,442 pesos.
Evaluation of suppliers. The suppliers of Paper Gallery are evaluated with the following criteria: capability, cost, reliability, commitment, and communication. The business primarily relies on donations of used papers and also considered purchasing as a secondary option. After the deliberate interview with several entities and shops in Iloilo, the partners have chosen the following suppliers. Primary suppliers. The business primary sources of used papers are the students, schools, and other donors. The partners, who are also students together with other classmates who reside in Iloilo, Antique, and Guimaras, are willing to donate used papers. In addition, elementary and high schools are also willing to donate. Next is the secondary suppliers. To maintain the supply of used papers, the partners have decided to purchase the main material, which is used papers and other materials like glue, molder, and paint from Nodke Marketing, located at El Antine Building, Dilion Street, Puente Street, Iloilo City. In case donations are insufficient, the store was chosen because of its cheap price of 50 pesos per kilogram compared to other sellers. Donations and purchase procedure. Among the partners, the person in charge of all purchasing procedures and overall management is Clea Venancio. The business follows two processes, one for donation and one for purchasing process in all transactions with supplier. However, specific purchase schedules and policies are to be observed in every material ordered to ensure sufficient supply for operations. Likewise, procurement policies are to be administered, especially during receipt of orders. Figure 2 is the Paper Gallery's donating process. First is donation confirmation. The purchasing officer shall contact the donors once every 2 weeks to be notified if ever there is a substantial number of materials that is ready for donation and delivery. Next is receiving of used papers. Once donation is confirmed, the used papers will be delivered to the shop to be received by the person in charge. Next is delivery payment. The delivery fees are shouldered by the business if donations are delivered through logistics and courier companies. Lastly is the updating of book records. The courier will give the business its official receipt as proof of delivery payment for accounting purposes. The receipts will be immediately given to the accounting manager for the recording in accounting books and for the making of financial statements. Figure 3 is Paper Gallery's purchasing process. First is purchase requisition. After the regular schedule of checking of inventories, the inventory officer prepares the purchase requisition, which contains the list of materials that are low in quantity and must be replenished. The purchase requisition is then passed on to the purchasing officer, who is responsible for buying the materials needed. Then, purchase order and approval. The purchasing officer then prepares the official purchase order. This document will contain the amount and kind of items that the business wants to order from the suppliers. However, before it can be officially submitted, it will be sent and reviewed first with the accounting personnel. The accounting personnel will verify the availability of funds to purchase the items listed in the purchase order. Once confirmed that the fund can afford the total payment needed, the purchase order is approved and finally submitted to the suppliers. Third is receiving of materials. All received materials are thoroughly checked to ensure exact quantity and in good condition. Sales invoice and payment. After checking comes the payment. It is issued based on the released sales invoice of the suppliers. In this part, it is important to match first all the information contained in the sales invoice to that of the purchase order, especially the prices and overall payment. Lastly is the recording of official receipt. The supplier will give the business its official receipt as proof of payment. For accounting purposes, the receipt will be immediately given to the accounting manager for the recording in accounting books and for making of financial statements. Donation and purchasing schedules. All donated used papers from students, schools, and other donors are estimated to be 8 kilograms in total and delivered once every 2 weeks, while purchasing of used papers from Nodcare Marketing is dependent on the inadequacy of donations. While purchasing of used papers from Nodcare Marketing is dependent on the inadequacy of donation. Other materials. All remaining materials needed for production, like glue, yarn, paint, and knots, are ordered in 77 trading. These materials are purchased when needed. Of course, the quantity ordered is made sure to last for 2 weeks of operations. In the process of receiving, the purchase management personnel is expected to meticulously check both the quality and quantity of the orders. As mentioned in the used papers purchase section, the purchasing personnel is expected to coordinate as soon as possible with the inventory and accounting manager for recording. Procurement policies. To ensure that all purchase procedures and transactions will go well and every order is achieved, the following policies are observed by the business, especially by the purchasing officer. First, in regular operations, purchase schedules are to be strictly and consistently followed. Second is payments and signing of sales invoices must be done only after the checking and confirmation of the quantity and quality of the products received. Donated and ordered products are expected to be handled with care during transport from the suppliers to the storage location. Next is all purchase or donated transactions and receipts are to be recorded as soon as possible in inventory and accounting. Lastly, to build and maintain positive relationships with the suppliers, the purchasing officer must exhibit respect and acceptable behavior during all transactions. Storage and inventory control. Storage location and inventory officer. The location of the business is in Evangelista Street, Pavia, Iloilo. The officially assigned inventory officer is Brian Toledano, in charge of the monitoring of inflow and outflow of materials and inventory schedule. On a daily basis, the inventory personnel is responsible for the systematic checking of inventory right before the opening of operations and after its closing. Checklists and records will be used for more efficient and effective monitoring. Average inventory method is utilized in inventory management because of its simplicity and the timing of supplies does not matter. In this method, rather than tracking each item in its individual cost, these figures are averaged. It is more efficient considering that the items are very similar. Figure 4 is the sales procedure. The first step to making sales is of course determining what products to sell and for whom to sell. After doing research and evaluation of the market and other competitors, the business decided to sell recycled papers. Although the business will be located at Evangelista Street, Pavia, Iloilo, the prospective and targeted customers are not limited to the population of the said place because it has online page or website which will cater art enthusiasts and students in different parts of the region. Next is the preparation and creation of products. Before the opening of the store, the products will be engineered by the partners and other personnel in paper making to provide durable and recycled papers that is safe for everyone and also for the environment. Approach to customers. Flyers will be used to increase brand and business awareness among potential buyers. Also, advertisements about the business will be scattered all over social media platforms. And lastly, the partners will also spread the word about Paper Gallery to promote the business. Presentation of products. Paper Gallery's products are organized on shelves based on their type and usage and is ready for purchase. While for online purchase, each item will be categorized for easy browsing with all the information needed with actual photos. Receiving of orders. Orders can be made in store or through the page. The customers are free to choose whatever products they want from the shelves, while through online, they just have to message the page and send the necessary information for confirmation and payment. Packing of orders and accepting payments. Once the order is made, packed products is given to the customers on the counter or delivered through courier services. In store or physical transactions, payments are made after customers receive their orders. The receipt of the payments by the cashier basically concludes the sale transaction with the customers, while online transactions are in payment first policy and shipping cost is shouldered by the buyer. Accordingly, all successful sales are recorded for inventory and accounting purposes. Lastly is the follow-up and customer feedback. In order to ensure the customers are satisfied with the transaction even after payment, all employees or partners are encouraged to practice follow-ups. Likewise, customers' feedback and opinions are asked and gathered with the partners for analysis and evaluation. Both positive and negative feedback received will be used for improvement of products and services of the business. Thank you.
Now we will be proceeding to the marketing plan. Paper Gallery offers a variety of stationery products crafted using recycled paper, which are personally designed by the firm's partners and a hired employee. The product designs are based off from established and original product models. Our customers will be able to choose from a variety of designs. The product line includes paper bookmarks, paper journals, scrapbook papers, and memo pads. Paper Gallery will use the cost-plus pricing method to price the products, which takes into account the direct material costs, direct labor costs, and overhead costs of the product produced and add a certain markup percentage, in which our case, it's actually 15%. Changes due to uncontrollable factors will be reflected in the prices. So here I present to you our prices with their corresponding markups. Moving on. The business's principal location will be located at Evangelista Street, Pavia, Iloilo. The excess amount of paper in the community is also another factor that was taken into account and is the environmental problem that the partners wanted to address, which eventually gave rise to the concept of this establishment. Our stall will be located near school grounds, which is a strategic location for attracting potential customers, especially students. The business will be advertised through online platforms via social media. This advertising venture will be done through the use of an online website. This will effectively increase awareness of the people outside the vicinity of Pavia and even those who might be eager to purchase the firm's products. Admins assigned by the business will ensure that the website is updated in regards to any changes. Assigned personnel will also advertise the business during the weekends at designated locations near the principal location of Paper Gallery. Flyers will be distributed to passers-by which contain information about the business. So here I present to you the partners of Paper Gallery, and these are their following designated roles or positions. Under the Accounting and Sales Department is Andrea Reales, the Accounting Manager, Arnin Savelia, the Sales Manager, and Debbie Sastrillo, the Sales Associate and Cashier. The Inventory Department headed by Brian Toledano, the Inventory Officer, and Clea Venancio, the Purchasing Officer. The Manufacturing Department includes Julie Isaac Ihano, the Production Manager, and Erica May Villa, the Operations Director. Paper bags made by the business will be used as packaging for stationery products. Since our business's goal is to preserve the environment, this choice of packaging will further support that vision. The business will offer small and large size paper bags in order to cater to product purchases. Prints of the business logo will be found on the paper bags used for packaging in order to enhance people's awareness of the business. The logo features images of a tree and a set of papers. These objects help us to become known to new, potential, and loyal customers, our products, and the ideals that we promote. The main color chosen for our logo is green, as this is visually pleasing to the eyes and is related to surprise, the concept of nature. According to a survey conducted by The Nerve, 69.9% of Filipinos are interested in improving the state of our natural environment, 85.54% of which are aware and are practicing waste segregation. These individuals are committed to helping preserve the environment, with 42% of the group reusing and recycling these materials. However, due to busy schedules, not all are able to do this. Paper Gallery can be the right place to help convert that commitment into consistent practice. The partners are willing to help promote this practice of waste management and convert them into creative works of art to be enjoyed by their fellow environmental enthusiasts and even to those who enjoy art in general. That is all for our presentation. Thank you so much.